What's up, guys? Dr. Blake, the darkest man around you, UK Chocolate Brothers here, and is One Piece Cheeks worthy? I am not alone. I am here with D3. Introduce yourself, bro.
Is One Piece Cheeks worthy? I like that. I like that. I like that. Shouldn't even be a debate, yo. It shouldn't even be a question. You shouldn't even have to ask yourself that. If you have to ask yourself that, we have problems. What's up, guys? My name is D3, as Dr. Blake said. You know, that guy likes to introduce me, but as he said, we're going to be talking about One Piece today. Part of his is it worth sitting your cheeks down and watching series that he's doing on his channel. So yeah, I'm gonna let him take it back over from here because I kind of stole his words.
Yeah, so I know people are saying, nah, I'm not gonna watch One Piece, it's too long, it's too long, it's too long, it's too long, it's too long. I'm here with D3, who's watched like every episode up to date right now, and yeah, I brought him here to say his overall thoughts about like what got him into One Piece and what made him want to sit them cheeks down and watch One Piece. So D3, what made you actually want to watch One Piece in the first place?
Well, man, One Piece is a really good show, for one. The animation is really consistent, not like what we've been seeing with Dragon Ball Super lately. That's a whole different topic. But it's really consistent. But as far as One Piece goes, when I first started watching it, there were like 300, 400 episodes in. So that was probably about maybe 4.5 years ago now, because, you know, there's only 52 or so Sundays in a year. So, you know, there's only like 50 episodes in a year that come out, minus like, you know, sometimes they'll take a week off or something like that. So I've been watching for a long time, so I know that it's kind of hard for people that are not caught up to this point to start watching now, where it's over 700 episodes. That's really hard to try to get caught up now, but honestly, it's a really good show. The story is solid, but a little tip about One Piece, man, is a good solid half of it is just filler, like that is irrelevant to the story. So if you wanted to watch One Piece, and I think I was telling you this already, if you wanted to watch One Piece in a way similar to like Dragon Ball Kai, where they cut out all the filler and you just want to skip over the filler, it's actually a really short standing story. It's probably going to be around 300 something episodes, so it's really not that bad, but it's a really good show, really good story. It does feel kind of dragged on at some points because, you know, there's so much that's like, say for instance, they'll be in this one arc and they'll be trying to make their way to this one villain. Like, for instance, right now, what's going on, they're trying to make their way to Doflamingo. You probably don't know who he is yet. But
I know who he is, but I haven't got to that bit yet.
Yeah,
so
because
you're kind of spoiling me a bit, bro.
No, this isn't really spoiler like that. But what happened was they had to make their way through the city to get to him on the other side of the city, and that took a solid maybe 15 to 20 episodes. To do that. So that's what I'm saying, like, they drag stuff on so much that it gets frustrating. But I mean, if you can look past that and look past the filler, One Piece is a really, really good show. And honestly, when I started watching it, I was out of school, just out of high school. Well, not out of high school. I was in the break between junior and senior year. So on summer break that year, I didn't have too much to do. I was just chilling at home every day in my room. I was on my laptop just watching it non-stop. And then I was doing independent studies, so I had a whole lot of time by myself because I didn't have to actually go to school. I did homeschooling. So I would just watch it, honestly. But I know that you've been watching it lately. Yeah, it's exactly. You might as well watch. I mean, if you have nothing else, because I was watching a whole bunch of animes like Inuyasha and a whole bunch of stuff, Rurouni Kenshin. But yeah, it's a really good show, and I'm caught up now. The only problem I have with it is that, like I said, there's only like 50-something episodes a year, and it's really sucky when, you know, half the episodes that come out in a year are them trying to make their way from point A to point B. But a whole lot happens in between that, you know, part of the story. There's just such a vast story and so much is going on, it kind of gets complicated. But like I was saying, though, I know that you have been like watching it. What's your impressions on it so far?
Me, when I first like sat down, I was like, oh, this might not be that long. Then I was like, oh, this is only the sub version. No, the dub version, I mean. And when I look at the sub, I was like, Lord have mercy, man. Lord have mercy. I ain't sitting my cheeks down and watching it. I ain't about that life. I ain't about that life. So one day I had nothing else to do. I wasn't sure what anime to watch, and One Piece was just there, like, come on, don't you want to watch me? I was like, okay, let me just watch a couple of episodes. And I got into it. Like, the thing about One Piece for me, like, if you think about the episodes, you just think like, by the time I finish this, I'm 45. By the time I finish this, I'm 45. But when you look past like, how many episodes there are, it's not really that bad. For me, I feel like I can go in and watch it, and there will always be an episode to watch for me at this point. But I can see what people are saying, like, there's so many episodes. When you really think about it, Naruto Part 1 and Part 2, if you put them episodes together, that is as much as One Piece as a whole. It's just that One Piece don't split up. Like the middle bit, the middle mark I would like to say about One Piece is from the time skip, before and after. That is where I consider like Part 1 and Part 2, if you know what I mean. D3.
Yeah.
So when you really think about it, it's not really as long as people are making it out to be. But when Naruto does it, people are just like, they look past it. One Piece is a long anime. I'm not gonna deny it. It's got it's the longest manga to date. But other than that, it's a good series. It kind of does take a bit of time to watch it. Like what Dr. Love said to me, he said that he's not gonna watch it because he purely does not have the time. And some people are not really interested in it. Me personally, I wasn't really interested in it at first, but when I actually sat them cheeks down, got that fried chicken, and got the Kool-Aid, I realized that
it's a whole lot of fried chicken and Kool-Aid, yo.
Yeah, a whole lot of fried chicken, man. I had to go to KFC, I had to stock up, I had to go to the local store, I had to stock up, I had to preheat that chicken. You gotta preheat a lot of chicken because you know that One Piece is gonna be long, so you gotta have like a whole stack of chicken because you know there's a lot of One Piece there. You gotta have a whole like 3 jugs of Kool-Aid, yeah. But all due seriousness, I think it's worth watching. At least try and watch it a bit, like to see how you feel about it. Because with all animes, yeah, you gotta like kind of watch it a bit. I know it's longer than normal animes, like it's not as longer than Hunter x Hunter, longer than Naruto. It's gonna definitely be longer than Naruto because I heard like the creator of it said that he wants to continue this on for another 10 years. What's this guy on, bro? Like,
but it's not so bad, man. It's not so bad if you're caught up and you're watching it on a weekly basis. That's the thing. That's the main point. But I'm not caught
up, so it's bad, bro.
Yeah, that's true. But the longer you wait to get caught up, the harder it'll be to actually get caught up because it's gonna run for a while. I mean, at this point, Naruto's still going, but Naruto's already almost over 600 episodes. The original series had 220, and right now we're at 440 in Shippuden. So it's like, come on now, like, what do you want? It's just a really long series, so. Yeah. I mean, like, or maybe I'm getting it mistaken. Maybe Naruto's at 440 overall. I'm not sure. I have to go back and double check.
It's like 430 or something like that. It's round about that much.
But still, that's a whole lot. That's still a whole lot of episodes. Now, One Piece is farther, but like I said, if you want to watch it, you can take the filler out. It's not so bad. But the longer you wait, the harder it'll be to get caught up. I'm somebody that likes watching a whole lot of different animes.
Same, me too.
Yeah, I prefer to watch the ones that are really short. But I don't mind watching One Piece on a weekly basis, like, you know, like everything else, like Dragon Ball Super and everything else that we're actually caught up on. But it's a really good show. It's worth a chance. Honestly, you can't really get the full gist of One Piece if you're just watching like the first 20 episodes. You really have to stick around and see how the show progresses, how the animation changes, how the story gets better, how the characters progress as characters and stuff like that. You can't judge it. One Piece is so long, you can't really judge it on like the first 15 episodes. A lot of animes you can do that on, but One Piece you really can't.
I know, it's really, really slow pacing.
Exactly, that's what it is. That's why it's so long. You really just can't judge it off the first few episodes because, like, you know, they started it so long ago and they're still going. They're currently still going. They started it so long ago.
Every arc is like about 50 episodes, bro. I'm not even joking. Every arc is pretty much 50 episodes. So you better preheat a lot of chicken, bro. You better buy a lot of soap.
That's what I said. You're gonna need a whole lot of chicken, yo. You're gonna be spending thousands of bucks on chicken in a week.
Bruh. All you're gonna look is in your big like KFC boxes. The empty bargain buckets.
Yeah, so would you
what you gonna say?
So like, would you recommend One Piece to somebody at this point?
Yeah, I would recommend it. But for me, like, if you're the type of person that likes to watch short animes, then your cheeks need to be well away from it. But I know for a fact, if you get into One Piece, by the time you lift your cheeks up off your couch, whatever you're sitting on, you're gonna see them deep cheek imprints. You're gonna see them deep ass cheek imprints. Your cheeks are gonna be imprinted to the point that they're stuck there. It's there for life. Like when someone tries to sit on your spot, no, that's my spot. No, it's not. Yeah, my cheeks. Can't you see my cheek marks there? It's gonna get to that point that people are gonna like know that, bro, this guy's been sitting in the same spot for ages, bro. But like D3 said, One Piece, the further you get along, like you were telling me this like in the past, like the further you get into it, the better it becomes, because One Piece is really, really slow pacing. Yeah, I would recommend it to people. I would recommend it to people, but I can understand if people don't want to watch it, because I've been in that situation. I was like, nah, I ain't watching One Piece. But the great thing about it is the way they use characters. They make characters feel useful, if you know what I mean. They make every character in One Piece is useful.
Everybody.
And I like that about One Piece. Like, not only Luffy's gonna kick kicks, and sometimes it can be Zoro, sometimes it can be Sanji, or whoever they feel like it as well.
Yeah, Luffy is gonna beat the main villain, but everybody else still plays a part in that. Like at this point now, they're like some of the characters will pave the way for Luffy to make his way to the main villain. Like they're actually useful, not like other shows where you get just one or two people that do everything. I'm looking at you, Dragon Ball. I hate you so much for that. You make it Gohan into nobody. Make it Gohan into a nobody. I hate that so much. But I can't stop watching Dragon Ball. Well, bro. I can't stop. I want to stop watching so bad, but I just can't. But yeah, everybody's useful in it, and it's a really good show. So I would recommend it to everybody as well. Just do what I did, honestly, because I was the same way. I was like, bro, this thing is like 300, 400 episodes. I'm not about to watch that. But I was like, I have nothing better to do. Seriously,
no bad.
Just do what I did and you'll be fine. Slowly but surely, just watch the episodes. You'll be good. And you can skip over the filler. You can tell when it's filler because they'll be doing stupid stuff. Like they'll be on vacation and it's just so bad. It's like Fairy Tail filler. Fairy Tail filler is the worst. It's so irritating because it's just so stupid. And yeah, that's how it is with One Piece. But yeah, it's getting kind of long. Blick, you want to go ahead and wrap us up here?
Okay, so please comment and subscribe. I know I say this all the time, but I didn't dare. I'm just saying. Please leave a like rating if you enjoyed it. I don't know what happened there.
This guy can't even finish his own outro.